Hello and welcome back to Mrs. Fancy Pants Recipes. Today we'll be making a roasted pumpkin soup that doesn't require any peeling. So here are the list of the ingredients, and if you do miss this, I will be posting the recipe as a whole so that you could click through and follow. So we'll start by roasting the pumpkin. I like to cut the pumpkin into smaller wedges so that they cook quicker and also you get more color. And then that also gives your soup more color. So I like to drizzle the pumpkin on both sides really generously with some extra virgin olive oil and then season with salt and pepper and some garlic. So for this recipe you don't really need roasted garlic, but I had some on hand so I just used those. But if you don't have any, just use normal garlic and then use your garlic press to crush it. Then spread it on the pumpkin. Now your pumpkin's ready to go in the oven to roast for about 30 to 45 minutes or until you can stab it with a knife or a fork without any resistance. So I just pulled the pumpkin out of the oven and that was about half an hour. And let's see, you see there's a little bit of color there. It's a bit softer. Well, it is a lot softer. I can now stab it with a knife, but I think it needs a little bit more, so I'll add 15 more minutes. So the pumpkin should be ready by now. It's been 45 minutes. And this is what you want. As you can see, while stabbing the pumpkin, there is actually no resistance from the pumpkin at all. Like, it's really, really soft. Now I can start pureeing it. So I'm just going to spoon out the pumpkin into a jug, into my blender jug to start blending. Just be very careful when you do this, because when you use the blender like this and you have hot liquid, it might splash onto you. So just make sure that you start on the low speed and work your way up. And just for safety and also for the correct way to use your blender, don't overfill the blender. Just do half the pumpkin and half the liquid, and then repeat the process with the other half the pumpkin and the rest of the liquid. Now blend everything until you get a smooth puree. And if you're lucky enough to have a stick blender at home, then that would make the process really easy, because you can just puree everything in this pot all together, so it halves your blending time. So put everything in a medium pot just as so, and turn your stove on to medium. Bring it up to a simmer just until you see like bubbles forming. And then we'll finish it with a hot cream and seasoning. So just season to taste. I like to put nutmeg just to add a bit of flavor and more, depth. But if you don't like nutmeg, then really you can skip it and just use salt and pepper. Then you're ready to serve your pumpkin soup, hot and fresh and not from the tin, with no peeling required. Hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to follow Mrs. Fancy Pants on Facebook and Instagram for more recipes.